Hello everyone, today we're in the beautiful Isle of Wight to come and talk to your supplier, the tomato stall.
And did you know, Milo, interesting fact for you, 4 out of 5 tomatoes eaten in the UK, 80% of them are imported. Ridiculous. Not with Mindful Chef, so let's go take a look around. So Paul, tell us a little bit about Tomato Stall's history.
So Tomato Stall started in about mid-2007. The Isle of Wight is one of the best places in the UK to grow tomatoes because of the sunshine. And we wanted to showcase these varieties. So we literally packed up a van and got a pitch at Borough Market and set a stall up.
So good.
Didn't know what to expect or what was going to happen. Within minutes, people just queuing up to buy tomatoes, tasting them, saying things like these taste like the ones my granddad used to grow. So I think people have got a really strong association with what really good tomatoes should be. We're now standing in our trials glasshouse where every year we grow pretty much up to about 200 different varieties. Not just we want to grow loads and loads of varieties, but we want to try and find the best. We have lots of different colours now. We've got browns, we've got oranges, we've got yellows, we've got striped. But to me, they all add something different. They've all got their own personalities, own characteristics. And then when you bring them together in like a dish, that's when they really stand out.
That is probably one of the things I love most about the tomatoes from the tomato stall is the sheer variety and the flavour we get in them. So talk to me about this one here, Paul.
So this is like an orange, what we call an orange cherry. It's from like a Japanese seed company, so slightly different sort of breeding. But yeah, here, give them a try and see what you think. You know, they're always best just off the plant as well. They've still got a little bit of warmth in them.
It's
just ripe
really
as well.
Sweet, delicious, like the texture as well.
Very sweet, that's beautiful.
I picked it from the top of the plant, and what we're trying to do here all the time is grow the tomatoes and then get them to the point of ripeness where the flavour is absolutely at its best. And it's really difficult sometimes. You can see on this one here where it's on the vine variety, it's about the balance of getting the top fruit ripe and then getting the bottom ones to match as well and then taking it off. But that's the beauty about what we do here. We're on the Isle of Wight, you know, we're only 100 miles from London, which means that pretty much for most of our customer base that we can leave the tomatoes as long as possible, only harvest when we have to, harvest, then pack, and then short journey to the customer.
And that bit is really key for Mindful Chef customers, is actually you're harvesting sort of on one day, and then they can be out in Mindful Chef customers' boxes the very next day. So you're really getting the absolute best, freshest quality of the tomato.
And that's the experience we want the customer to have, is like open up that packet of tomatoes, get that aroma, and then get that flavour.
Right, so Paul, we're here in one of the greenhouses, and I'm correct in thinking you've been here for 35 years now as one of the growers?
Yeah, I started here as just as a picker 35 years ago. It was just going to be a summer job, and I've been here ever since. And now I'm the nursery manager, looking after about 400 staff, picking and tending our tomato plants.
Wow, amazing. And what makes the Isle of Wight so perfect for growing tomatoes?
We have the highest sunshine levels in the UK. So sunshine is the food of the plants, producing the sugar, and that sugar then goes into the fruit, so we get the best flavour. We also have our own feed recipe, which we feed the plants and give everything it needs to give it the best possible flavour. We are a LEAF accredited, and we have been for many years. So if you go to other growers, all of the waste at the end of the season will probably go to a landfill hole in the ground. We have zero waste to landfill on our site because everything is recycled. We also harvest the rainwater from the glasshouse roofs. It's not only about growing the best tomatoes, but it's also doing that in the most sustainable way, looking after the environment around our glasshouses as well. Not only what we do in the glasshouse, but what we do outside the glasshouses is really important to us.
So Paul, one of the brilliant things about the tomato stall is actually that none of the sort of plant matter goes to waste, does it? Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, we have a really unique system here. So all of our tomato plants, they grow probably to about 17 foot long by the end of the growing season. And we take all that plant matter, we turn it into our own compost, and then we use that compost to kind of enrich the soil of our organic crops. So we've got like a bit of a circular system. But not only that, we utilise all the tomatoes we grow as well. You know, not all tomatoes can be sort of class 1 perfect. Some are a bit ugly, some have got splits and blemishes, and we use those to make a range of sauces as well, which we make on site here too.
And that's a wrap. What a day we've had visiting our supplier, the tomato stall. And Giles, it's been a hard day's work, but someone's got to eat all those tomatoes.
It's a tough job, Milo, it's a tough job. And of course, the delicious tomatoes grown here can be found in some of our favourite recipes, from the Greek lemon and oregano chicken.
Oh, what about the Mediterranean-inspired beef ratatouille?
That's a very good one as well. So to find out more and try some of these recipes, head to mindfulchef.com.